I make this crispy, flavorful onion flour every weekend. It looks like a culinary masterpiece, but it's incredibly easy to make. And here's my personal hack to avoid cutting too far. I place a canning lid under the knife. It stops the blade at the right moment. Try it. It's very convenient. Press like and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, you risk never finding these recipes again, and they might disappear for you forever. I truly value your support. Place the prepared onions in boiling water for just a few seconds. This will remove the bitterness and help the petals open beautifully, like a real flower. And right away, the first question for our chat. Which city or country are you watching from today? Write in the comments. I always love seeing how far our recipes travel. While the onions are resting, we prepare the first breading. 3 tablespoons of cornmeal. It will give a wonderful crispy texture. Gently coat our future little flowers in it. Try to get the flour between the petals. If you love unusual and beautiful appetizers as much as I do, click on the pop-up in the top right corner. I have lots of ideas for a festive table. You know, my husband always grumbles when I cook something new. He says, "Experiments again." But it's this onion bloom that he eats first, even before sitting down at the table. Light humor in our family is also an ingredient for happiness. Now for the batter. Crack 3 eggs, salt and pepper to taste. By the way, for those with allergies, or if you just don't eat eggs, there's a great substitute. Mix 1 tablespoon of flax seeds with 3 tablespoons of hot water. Let it sit for 10 minutes, and a perfect plant-based alternative is ready. And what score out of 10 would you give this recipe already? Write your rating in the comments while the onion goes through all the stages. I'm very curious about your opinion. We need our onion to be soaked in this egg mixture. Carefully dip it into the bowl. You can even use a spoon to help, pouring the mixture over it. The key is to get the batter into every cut between each petal. This will ensure that our magical herb and Parmesan breading sticks perfectly. Take your time. Let the onion bathe on all sides. See how it's already changing, becoming a little softer and preparing for its main transformation in the oven? And while it's soaking up the egg mixture, I'll tell you a little story. The first time I made this flour for the kids, they looked at it with great disbelief. "Mom, it's just an onion," they said. But when they took this golden, crispy flour out of the oven and broke off the first petal, their delight knew no bounds. Now it's one of their favorite dishes when friends come over. So don't be afraid to surprise your loved ones. Sometimes the simplest things evoke the most vivid emotions. We're preparing the most flavorful breading. It's what makes this dish truly restaurant quality. 4 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, the finer the better. Salt and pepper, sweet red paprika, dried garlic, and a pinch of Italian herbs, oregano, basil. They fill the kitchen with the aroma of a sun-drenched Sicilian villa. Mix everything thoroughly. And the secret ingredient that makes the crust magical is Parmesan. It adds that savory, salty note and helps the breading become even more golden and crispy. And if you don't have Parmesan, have a dairy allergy, or just want a lighter option, no problem. You can substitute a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. It has a similar cheesy flavor. Or simply add a pinch of ground dried kelp to the breading and replace some of the breadcrumbs with finely ground nuts or seeds, like cashews or sunflower seeds. You'll get a very interesting, deep flavor without the cheese. Experiment. It's your kitchen. Now comes the most crucial part. Roll our onions in this fragrant mixture. Gently but thoroughly, pressing the breading with your fingers to ensure it adheres securely to each petal. Imagine breading bread for a loved one with the same care. You can even carefully lift the petals and sprinkle the mixture inside, ensuring the entire center is crunchy. Once you've done this, the scent of Italian herbs and Parmesan will linger on your fingers, the ultimate perfume for a true homemaker. The finished flowers already look like works of art, and the hardest part is over. Did you know about the thanks button under the video? For me, it's like a warm cup of tea from a friend, a sign of your support that means so much for the growth of our channel. Thank you for being here. Place them in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, just 20 minutes. Let's make a light avocado dip. Take one ripe avocado, cut it open and remove the pit. You see, avocados aren't just a trendy fruit, they're a true gift to our health. They're rich in healthy fats, which help maintain respiratory health and promote the absorption of good cholesterol. They're also rich in heart-healthy potassium and vitamin E, which promotes youthful skin. My therapist always says, add half an avocado a day for energy. So this dip is not only delicious, but incredibly healthy too. If the avocado is still firm, place it in a paper bag with a banana for a day. That will help it ripen faster. Transfer to a small bowl and mash with a fork. No need to use a blender. This texture, with small chunks, is the most appealing. Every bite will deliver the delicate, buttery flavor of the avocado. Salt and pepper. Mix everything thoroughly. Juice of half a lemon. This adds flavor and helps the avocado maintain its beautiful green color and prevent it from browning. Lemon juice also provides vitamin C, which helps absorb beneficial iron, like that iron found in parsley. This makes our sauce not just delicious, but a truly healthy cocktail. If you don't have lemon, you can add a drop of apple cider vinegar or lime. The principle is the same. 1 tablespoon of Greek yogurt for creaminess. You can replace it with sour cream. Yogurt also adds beneficial probiotics to the sauce for digestive health. I add a whole small sweet red pepper because I love the sauce to have lots of juicy, crunchy bits. Cut it into tiny cubes. This adds juiciness and a pop of color. And because red peppers are rich in vitamin A, which is good for your eyesight. The finer you chop them, the more harmoniously they'll be distributed throughout the sauce. If you don't have a red pepper on hand, yellow or orange peppers work just as well. They're just as sweet and beautiful. Now add this vibrant cube to the bowl with the avocado and mix everything well. Now, I take a bunch of regular fresh parsley. I chop it very finely to release the maximum flavor. Parsley isn't just a garnish. It's rich in iron and vitamin K, and it adds a wonderful freshness to any sauce. If you don't have parsley, you can substitute fresh dill, cilantro, or even green onions. It creates a different, yet equally interesting accent. And to preserve the maximum nutritional value, I chop the herbs just before adding them to the sauce, so they don't have time to wilt. I take 1 fresh, juicy clove of garlic and press it directly into a bowl. You know, garlic plays a key role in this sauce. Not only does it impart that delicious aroma, but it also has natural anti-inflammatory properties. The sauce is ready. It will perfectly complement the crispy, hot onion. Our onion flowers are ready. Take them out of the oven. They are golden, aromatic, and incredibly appetizing. Just look at this beauty. You can serve it as is or with our sauce. Very hearty, fragrant, and truly delicious. And most importantly, sure to try making it. And finally, rate the recipe, write your city, and subscribe so you don't miss our next kitchen gatherings. Your like and comment are the best thanks for me. Bon appetit to you and your loved ones. Cook with love.